And when you inform them, they're going to be unaware of who you are. So Allah is already telling him something is going to happen. But Yusuf alayhi salam has to go from different settings. From the setting of his home, to the setting of the well, to the setting of being taken by a caravan, to the setting of being sold into slavery, to a setting of going to prison. All these different settings before he goes back and tells his brothers what happened. So now, in times of distress, we can take this lesson. Never lose hope in Allah. Always seek insight from Allah. Always seek, and we're young. And we go through many different changes. Alright? You graduate. You go to high school. It's a different journey, right? New friends. You're a freshman. New experience. New hardship. You need to get to know the school. Where are the bathrooms? Where's the office? Who's the principal? Who's this? Who's that? All this experience. Who's cool? Who's whack? Who's right? You get to know this, right? And then once you live 4 years in that environment, then you graduate. And when you graduate, you go to college, right? You begin to think that you're still going to live that high school life. Like my friends, and we're going to go to the gym, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But when everybody goes their own way, that's not the reality. All the time. Everybody goes their own way. One goes to this university, the other university, and we're distant, so we can't come back. We could come back during holidays, and that's the beautiful thing of the masjid, right? Like people come back, from A&M, from UT, and they'll come back for Ramadan. They see each other. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time, right? And that happens. But those are changes that we go through. Now you graduate college, right? You got your career. But now you're looking to land a position. And some people find it hard. Sometimes they study for a career, right? And when they graduate, there's not a demand for that career. So they find it hard to get a job. Or they're in the wrong state. Right? Like, for example, in technology. Right? Sometimes people, they live in Houston, they deal with technology, but they can't find a job. It happens. But you have other places like in Washington or California, right, that are more into that. So there's more demand. But that happens. Not only that, okay, you land a job. Now you got to get to know your boss. What does your boss like? Right? Your upper administrator. You get to know, you have to know. And not only what they like, how do they like it? So that you can become successful in that position. Because it's not about I know how to do it. No, it's about, really navigating the dunya like that. And then you get in that position, right? Now you're going to, you're planning to get married. Now it's no longer me. It's no longer what I like. It's what we like. So I have to get wisdom, and I have to get to know my partner, to see what she likes or he likes, so that I can, it's a give and take. It's not only I get and don't give. Sometimes her suggestion, I might not really agree with it, but just to make you happy, we'll do it. Let's try it. Right? That's another experience. In the house, how do we do things? How do we navigate? How do we, I'll give you just a brief example and we get back to the stories. When you're in love, and the person you're in love with offers you something. Would you like this? Yes. Because you're happy, mashallah, this person gave me something. They could give you a rock. They could give you a rock and you still like it. You put the name on it. You put the date. I got this rock on this day. Because you're in love with that person. Right? That happens. But when you live with the person and that kind of settles down, because love doesn't come before marriage. Love comes and develops through different stages. The child is born, right? Different experiences, right? Hardship, storm, supporting each other. That's when love develops, not before. So when responsibility comes, now we have to pay bills, now we have to do this, now we have to do that, right? And this person, and you're working, and everybody's working, this person offers you that same rock. This time, it's not that, lovey-dovey stage. Like, oh, you're so sweet. Hey, thank you for this rock, even though I don't really like it, but you just gave it to me. But now, since we're already married, we're already, I'm not trying to get you. I'm just this is reality. Now, you have the ability to say, why are you giving me that? Really? You're going to give me a rock? Or do you give me a diamond or something, don't give me that junk. That's how it gets. Food. Here's this food. Oh, thank you. It's so sweet. It's good. I really don't like this food, man. It's nasty. I don't like it. It's not my taste. It's not my flavor. I don't like it. Right? But because I want to make you happy, yes. But then comes the time, I don't like it. You have to learn what the person likes, and is a give and take, 50-50. You understand? So that's where it gets. So here, the going back to the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, when they threw him in the well, and the reason I was sharing all this stuff is because through those changes, going back, kind of regrouping, through those changes, you go through some kind of stress because of change. Okay, the change of going to different stages of education, Muhammad. The change of education, the change of relationship, the change of different, right? All these changes cause stress, right? And and sometimes the not knowing what next, oh my God, causes stress, right? You're preparing for finals, right? Imagine you start, and when you're studying in a different language, it's a different ball game. Because you might know the content, but sometimes teachers, they ask you things and they want it the way they want. And if you give it to them, even if it's the same information and it's not the way they want it, they won't credit you for it. Okay, I took an exam, and because I didn't know, because it was in Arabic, I didn't know the requirements. They just gave me the questions, and I answered them to the best of my ability, and the answers were correct. But because I didn't know that they wanted a page for each answer, right? That wasn't in the instructions. So when dealing with foreign students, I told the university, I said, hey, you should put instructions that will facilitate for foreign students to know those details. Don't expect them to know what's the norm for regular Arabic-speaking students and a foreign student, right? That's the thing. So now I took the test. I didn't pass it. I studied 50 hours of course material, right? So that builds stress, right? To how to navigate. But never lose, through all these changes, unpredictable changes, the only thing that doesn't change is Allah. All right? The one that always can bail you out is Allah. And the way that works is by us being grateful to Allah and obeying Allah. Now, when the and we see this in the story of Moses, we see this in the story of Yusuf in the well. You know, the young boy is there, stressed out. Allah inspired him. Don't worry, you're gonna right away when he's down in the well, you're going to inform them. Don't worry. That means what? You know what that means? You're not gonna die. You see that? Because he's thinking like, he could think, how am I gonna eat? My mom, my dad, where am I gonna sleep? It's cold, it's wet. I can't get out, right? Allah say, no, don't worry. You're going to inform them. That means you're not going to die. So they went. We're almost done, inshallah, okay? So, وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. So they came to the father. They came back. And they were faking it. They came back and they were crying. وجاءوا أباهم عشاء يبكون قالوا يا أبانا إنا ذهبنا نستبق وتركنا يوسف عند متاعنا فأكله الذئب وما أنت بمؤمن لنا ولو كنا صادقين وجاءوا على قميصه بدم كذب قال بل سولت لكم أنفسكم أمرا فصبر جميل والله المستعان على ما تصفون. So, and they came to their father in Isha'an in the night, right? In the night. And they were weeping, they were crying. Right? And they said, oh Father, when we were racing, we were playing. And we left Yusuf with our belongings by himself. A wolf devoured him. A wolf devoured him, and then they said, what did they say? But you will not believe us. You see that? They started when they wanted to take him. Why don't you trust us with Yusuf? Now they're saying, a wolf devoured him, فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ وَمَا and you do not, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُؤْمِنٍ لَنَا, you do not believe us. Even if we're truthful, right? So then they brought a shirt. They brought a shirt, بِدَمٍ كَذِب, with fake blood. They brought, because they got Yusuf's shirt, they put fake blood. From where they got it, they sacrificed an animal, and because animals have also red blood, like humans have red blood. And they soaked Yusuf's shirt, and they stained it. They broke the shirt as well, and then they said, and they brought a shirt. Allah says, and they brought a shirt stained with false blood, and said, nay. Then Yaqub alayhi salam said, this is a story that this tale you're making it up. Nay, your own selves made it up. So what was Yaqub's immediate response? This is when we have hardship, our immediate response. You know how sometimes you get hurt and the first thing that comes to your mouth is a curse, or right, or you get upset, or you react, right? So here, right now, patience is in the initial stage. When something happens, that you're patient. So Yaqub alayhi salam was told what? That his son was devoured by a wolf. Imagine the pain of the father. And they brought his shirt with fake blood. What did Yaqub? Yes?
How would
They took his shirt. They took his shirt. Yeah, all right. So now, so so Yaqub alayhi salam said, "Fasabrun jamil," and beautiful patience. For me, beautiful patience is most fitting in this matter. You're making this up, but patience is most fitting. Wallahu al-musta'an, and Allah is the one whose help is sought about all that you're describing. You're describing this, that he was devoured by a wolf. I seek the help with Allah to give me understanding about all that you're describing. Patience is most fitting. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to beat you guys up. I'm not going to punish you for life. I'm going to be patient. And I'm going to just seek the help with Allah to understand this. Imagine what kind of patience did Yaqub alayhi salam have to have. So فَصَبْرٌ jamil. Patience is the most fitting. وَاللَّهُ الْمُسْتَعَانَ عَلَى مَا تَصِفُونَ. Now comes Yusuf alayhi salam. He was comforted by Allah, saying, you are going to inform them in the future. Don't worry, you're going to inform them. Right? وَجَاءَتْ سَيَّارَةٌ فَأَرْسَلُوا وَأَرِدْهُمْ فَأَدَلَّ دَلْوًا. So here, a caravan came of travelers, and they sent one person from the caravan to draw water from the well. قال يا بشرى هذا غلام. They said, glad tidings, they found a child, right? Good news, there is a boy. وَأَسَرُّهُ بِضَاعَةً. Right? And so they hid him. Once they found the boy, they hid him with their merchandise. Because a caravan is a group of people that carry merchandise, right? They're traders. So here, they hid him in the merchandise. Wallahu alimun bima ya'malun. And Allah knows very well what they did. Allah knows that they took him. Allah knew that they were going to take him. Okay? And then Allah says, وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمْ مَعْدُودَةٍ وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ. And they sold him for a very inexpensive price. They took him to the market where they were selling slaves, and they sold him for a very insignificant price. They didn't know the value. They just wanted to sell him. And the person, وَكَانُوا مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ, they regarded him insignificant. We found him, we can sell him and gain that profit. That's what we want. We want that profit. So who purchased him? وَقَالَ الَّذِي اشْتَرَاهُ مِنْ مِصْرٍ لِإِمْرَأَتِهِ. The one who purchased him was like a prince, an emir from the Aziz, from Egypt. And when he came back, he told his wife, قَالَ لِإِمْرَأَتِهِ أَكْرِمِ مَثْوَى. Take care of him. عَسَىٰ أَن يَنْفَعَنَا أَوْ نَتَّخِذَهُ وَلَدًا. Perhaps we can benefit from him, or we can take him as a child. وَكَذَلِكَ مَكَّنَّا لِيُوسُفَ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلِنُعَلِّمَهُ مِنْ تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. And Allah says, in such way that we establish Yusuf. Now, we put him in this position in a house, similar to Moses was put in the house of Pharaoh. He's put in this house to be taken care of, right? And Allah says, we establish him in the land so that we can teach him the interpretation of dreams. And Wallahu ghalibun ala amrihi, and Allah, right, has full power over his affairs. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, and most of the people do not know. وَلَمَّا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. So inshallah we'll conclude with this. So Allah strengthened him. Take your hoodie off, please. Allah strengthened him. Allah gave him, when he reached the age of maturity, right? And the age of strength, Allah gave him wisdom and knowledge. Allah made him a prophet. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And in such way do we reward the good doers. Wait a minute. What did Yusuf do so far in the story? What good did he do? What do we remember any incident of a good action, a good deed that Yusuf did? So what do we get from this? Allah is informing, before he even does any good deeds, like in this story, Allah is informing beforehand that we chose him as a prophet, and in such way do we reward the good doers. He's going to do some good things afterwards, but Allah is informing us before. Do you know why? Because Allah is the all-knower. Allah is the all-knower. So Allah is informing, كَذَلِكَ نَجِزِي. Allah says, وَكَذَلِكَ نَجِزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Because Yusuf was good, he was obedient, but he's right, like after this ayah is when he's going to experience another hardship, and he's going to respond and going to demonstrate his goodness. So inshallah ta'ala we would I know we're scheduled to continue, right? Because this is an intensive class. The objective is to finish, to do the story of Yusuf alayhi salam in 4 sessions, right? So this is a summer thing, inshallah ta'ala. So are we good? Do you guys want to take a break and eat something and come back? I mean, I'm good until Dhuhr. I mean, I schedule myself to do it. Or what do you guys feel? Water break? Food, right? We can order some pizza or something. I don't know. Suggest, or we can end and continue next week. Hold up, guys. Hold up. We're making. You can stretch. I know. What do you think, sister? What do you suggest? Okay. What do you think? No, I'm good. I'm good. I drank my coffee. I'm good. All right. What do you think?
I think it's they're behind like this, so you give them half an hour later, give them a couple of minutes break.
Okay, so we can do. Let's do this. How about this? How about I can lend you my phone is recording, but we can take a break, inshallah, and then we'll do session 2. We can order maybe we can order some pizza, right? And so we can have something to eat, some pizza, some drinks, and then we'll continue. So we'll have we can cover more ground, because now it's gonna get interesting. So we can cover more ground on the plots. All right. So let's do that. We're gonna take a 30-minute break, right? 30-minute break, inshallah. And we'll order something, and then we'll get back to it, inshallah. All right. Let me just.